All right, so that's the little video series on how to meditate with Salvia. So I just want to kind of quickly recap everything that we covered. Basically, we started with using a timer and why that's important, and getting a meditation app instead of using an alarm or anything like that. And we want to do that so that we can really take our mind off of wondering how much time we've been in there and just focus on the practice. And so then we talked about posture. And so pick a posture, whether that's sitting on a kneeling bench, sitting on a cushion, or laying on a mat or a firm bed, and picking that posture and staying with it. And we want to be, if we're sitting, we want to find our sit bones and just get nice and upright and relax into that. Even if it's uncomfortable, sitting can be pretty uncomfortable. It could take weeks to get used to that, but when you do, it could become a very nice, relaxing place to be. Or laying down. If we're laying down, we're just on our back with our arms at our sides, palms facing in or up, our feet maybe a foot apart, splayed out a little bit, and we just relax into that posture. And it might get uncomfortable sometimes, but we just stay still. Whether we're sitting or laying, we just stay still and just be with the posture. We could trust the posture, even if it gets uncomfortable, even if the pain is telling us we're feeling this pain because of the posture. Just that's just an opportunity to just be with more sensation and just strengthen our resolve and our ability to be equanimous no matter what we're feeling. And so the next part is the breath, which is fundamental. And so what we want to do is feel our breath and relax into our breath and let our breathing do whatever it needs to do. And so we do that by feeling ourselves, feeling the breath at the bottom of the exhale, and just waiting for it to want to inhale again, and then just letting it exhale and just watching it and feeling it and letting it do whatever it needs to do, even if sometimes it feels uncomfortable, even sometimes if it feels tense, or there's this urge to I need to like take a deep breath, or I need to control. Like sometimes the body will naturally just take a deep breath, and when that happens, that's great. But we're not doing that just because we're feeling uncomfortable or we feel like we're not getting enough air. We just relax and feel the breath and let it do its thing. And so anytime our mind wanders, we just continue to come back to the breath. And so with the breath, sensations will come, sensations will arise, and we're just letting them come and go. And we're letting our awareness be with whatever sensations we're feeling, and letting, no matter how intense they get, letting them be there. And wherever our attention goes, just kind of let it go. Let it move around wherever it needs to. And just notice when we're pushing sensations away or we're trying to avoid sensations. If we're tightening up around sensations, just be as relaxed as you can, but don't try to relax everything. Just let tension be there too. Just let it all be there, and just keep coming back to the breath and what the breath feels like. Let these sensations be there. And so then when it comes to wandering up into our heads, into our thoughts, just remember anytime we find ourselves thinking or wandering, we just come back to the feeling of the breath. And so that's going to reinforce this new habit of continuing to come back to the body anytime we notice ourselves wander up into the mind, into our thoughts. Because no thought is true, no thought is worth holding on to or having when we're meditating. We're just being with the body and being with the sensations. And so uh, as we reinforce this new habit of being with sensations, instead of relating sensations to thoughts, sensations will start to relate to other sensations in the body, and we'll begin to feel our felt sense map of our body more and more, and we'll start to become more comfortable being in our body even when it's uncomfortable. um what's the other thing? Yeah, so when we're up in our thoughts and stories, just keep in mind none of these stories are true. They're just projections and imaginings of the theater of the mind. And so we don't need to try to resolve the stories or the situations that we're thinking about. The way to resolve them is by feeling into the body and just recognizing that these sensations are what are generating these thoughts. The sensations are generating resonant thoughts. What we feel, we're going to create resonant stories with that. So we just need to come back to the sensations and just feel them. Instead of trying to resolve the scenario or the situation, we just sit with the sensations and let the sensations and whatever we're feeling in our body, whatever pain is in our body, we're letting the pain biologically and sensationally resolve itself. And that's going to take time. It's going to take just being with our body. And yeah, salvia, creates this bigger sense of makes our body feel bigger, basically. And so we have this higher resolution view of the sensations and how they feel. The volume gets turned up on them. We become more sensitive to them. It becomes a little easier to find the edges of these different sensations and just be with them. And it also reinforces, or what's the word? Salvia will also help heighten our proprioceptive sense, the sense of our body in space. And so when we can get a better sense of our body, where it is in space, where sensations are in the body relative to each other, it just helps assist in feeling and building our proprioceptive map of our body. And that's just going to help ground us more into the body. And it's also going to make us more sensitive to when we're wandering into thoughts and seeing how sensations and thoughts are connected. And we can see that a bit more clearly when we do salvia. And so that helps dispel the power of these sensations and the way that they're creating these thoughts and stories. Yeah. So, I mean, that's basically it summed up. And with dose, I'll put some links to the dosage chart, and yeah, just choose whether you want to chew leaves or smoke, and that's basically it. I mean, if you forgot stuff or you're not sure, just go back to the videos. They're not too terribly long. I tried to be as concise as I could, but a lot of these things require me to kind of rant a little bit about some things to really kind of build a picture. I could have definitely ranted for a lot longer on a lot of this stuff, but I'm trying to keep things nice and concise. So hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. There'll be a link to probably my link tree. And then from there, you can find all kinds of stuff. I'm on Reddit, on Instagram, here on YouTube, and stuff like that. So if you have any questions or want to talk, just message me. This is my first series that I'm putting out. And this is going to lead to other stuff. This is just the foundation that I wanted to curate and I wanted to share. And that's going to lead to everything else. So I'm super excited about that. If you made it this far, I hope this was helpful. And whether you follow this or not, I hope you at least got some things out of it. But following all this stuff, to me, it's like the bare bones, like the minimum of what you'd want as a foundation for a practice working with salvia. So I really hope this was helpful. And it felt great to share this. And this is really fun. So I can't wait to create more. And so you can like and subscribe. And when I make more videos, they'll probably pop up. Oh, yeah, you got like, subscribe, and hit your notification bell or whatever they say. So do that. And I'll see you soon.